Thanks so much for joining us for another edition of our open mic program. And we do have Senator Boozman with us right now. And Senator, it seems like you and I have become veterans being around the veterans, hasn't it?
It does, Bob, but there's not a greater group to be around.
You know, that's true. Well, we right now are broadcasting here at the clinic in Conway. And it's really amazing when you look at the Central Arkansas Veterans Health System. And these clinics are crucial for veterans. And one thing we've got to talk about, and that is Save Lives Act. And that's one reason we're here today.
It is. And really, we're here for several different reasons. We want to pat the people on the back that are doing such a great job. The veterans through the VA are getting very, very well taken care of. The statistics are through the roof in the great care that they've received during the pandemic. So we want to pat the workers that have done such a tremendous job, and then also make sure that they're getting the resources that they need to take care of veterans. And the good news is they are. It's just a great story to tell.
Well, let's talk about the Veterans Act and how this is impacting veterans.
Well, what we did was, in fact, this came from concerns from veterans in Arkansas. And they were wanting to get vaccinated, but their wives weren't eligible. And so this came up during a committee hearing, and I said, well, that's not right. And the head of VA Health said, no, it's not right. And so then the chairman of the committee was there. And I said, we need to fix this. And he said, yeah, we need to fix it. And sure enough, 2 weeks later, we were able to get it enacted into law to greatly expand veterans that are eligible.
You know, Dr. Scott, and we appreciate you being on the program as well and talking about veterans. And that's something that's dear to your heart because you wouldn't be here. But see how it's improved when you look at the veterans services. It has improved so much in the past 5-10 years. And there's many veterans, as John and I have talked about, that don't use the services because they just feel like it's just not going to meet their needs. And we can speak to them today.
Absolutely, and it's a delight to be here. We have been able to build clinics such as you see here today in Conway that has a wonderful primary care team. It's a team approach so that the veteran is in the center and every one of the team members is making sure that veteran has what they need to have the best life possible. We also have added in Conway, at the clinic Conway and Hot Springs, eye care. There you can get your eye care here and your audiology care here, your physical therapy. And we just continue to bring more and more to our veterans in their hometown, which is greatly appreciated. And the quality of VA care is better than any of those around us. So we're very proud of the quality of care provided for our veterans.
Well, I'm going to do a shout out to one of our listeners. Tom Schultz just had a stint put in at the VA hospital, and he is from up north. I'm not going to say what state because we don't want to bash anybody. They said that can't be done. And here he could not believe it. And he is walking, talking, and he's a contractor. So that's just one of those things right there. Couldn't be done in a big city. They said they can't do it. And they did it at the Veterans Hospital here in Arkansas.
That's what we're here for, is to provide the absolute best care and to do things such as the stent that improves the quality of life for our veterans. And it's like a second chance. Many days we see miracles.
We should get him to do a commercial because he's just they're talking about the man that got the stent. He says, I won't believe it. It's a miracle. And there is a lot of prayers too.
Yes, and veterans deserve every bit of the care that we can provide for them. They've sacrificed, they put on the uniform, and we're just very proud to be here to serve them.
Okay, and then let's also talk about the vaccines. That's going phenomenal too. That's become the VA vaccine clinic. It's still the same clinic, but I like the way they term up the term there a little bit.
Yes, we're providing vaccines in hometowns and CBOCs in the clinics, as well as in Little Rock and North Little Rock. Our motto has been, COVID doesn't take a day off, and neither will we. So we're out giving vaccines every single day in our North Little Rock campus. There's a drive-through as well as a walk-in clinic. And then we provide vaccines in each of the community-based outpatient clinics once or twice a week, and then we rotate Saturdays. We want to be sure that veterans who work don't have to miss work to come in and get their vaccine. So we're doing the best we can. We've given over 30,000 vaccines today.
That's amazing. That's big numbers.
It is amazing. And a lot of that is due to the trust in the VA system. When you look at veterans as a whole, they're like the highest group as far as wanting to get the vaccine. You know, one of the problems we've got, Bob, is that some people just don't feel comfortable yet. So we're working through that. But we can be very proud that again, because of the quality of the veterans' health care, many veterans are receiving the vaccination, again, at the highest level as a group. So that's just from the hard work. The other thing I would say is that here we are in Conway, she mentioned Hot Springs, all of these smaller clinics scattered throughout the state. So many of our veterans are in situations where they're dependent on others to drive them, dependent on family, friends, whatever, sometimes don't have anybody. So the fact that we're able to space these clinics throughout the state, throughout the country, is really very, very important. And the quality of care that they get at these clinics is excellent.
You know, we look at 8 clinics now for the veterans, and that is amazing. I mean, this is something you look at, it just Arkansas has got it going on, really.
Yes, I remember we opened our first, and now there's 8, and they're all very busy, and we're just delighted to be in the communities.
Okay, so what does a veteran need to do if they're kind of saying, wow, this sounds like this is real? I mean, when you beat a northern state that says it can't be done, and it was here, that's happened. This is a real life testimony.
A veteran can walk in to any of our CBOCs and talk to someone about finding out if they're eligible for health care and enrolling, and then they'll be quickly connected to our central business office who will work with them to get enrolled. You can also call the main hospital there in Little Rock, 1-501-257-1000, and ask for central business office, and they'll be able to connect you with someone who can talk to you specifically about your eligibility and help you get enrolled.
Dr. Scott, thanks so much for your dedication to the veterans. This is what makes Arkansas great.
It's an honor.
And Senator Boozman, thanks for taking time and talking with us on Open Mic.
No, thank you. And as somebody that's been vaccinated, I would encourage all of our veterans, to go and get it done. It's the quickest path back to normalcy, which we all desperately want.
Again, Senator Boozman and Dr. Scott, thanks so much for joining us for this special edition of Open Mic on Timeless 106.1 KFFB. You can find this program at kffb.com and also on our Facebook and YouTube page.